welcome to Linquish Spa. People come here to sample the various means of relaxation, from steam rooms to simulated hot springs to artificial rivers and deluges. However, you don't seem to be here for those. This room is off limits. What are you doing here? Your silence gives you away more than you let on, you know. But you could come in, order the VIP package, and sneak back to learn about my dealings, What are these papers you're rummaging through? My personality profile? Tastes? What movies I like? I don't remember writing these. I take it you're not interested in anything malicious, but want to get to know me. Perhaps spend some time with something wholesome and inoffensive. I know what you are. You're a Trystode. Oh, don't pretend. You don't even have a voice to disagree with. Come here. Come here. This is the soft room. It's a place for meditation. There's warm water features, eucalyptus, incense, and all the creature comforts you could expect. We could talk here. Now take a seat. A Trystode is a silent protagonist, seeking to find charismatic or pleasant figures to spend time with and enjoy the interactions in a harmless, albeit passive way. They don't speak, they don't really even engage in any meaningful way, they just bask in the attention. I'm accustomed to one-sided conversations, but not quite like this. You've put me in a precarious situation. On one hand, I shudder at the idea of relinquishing my control of the situation to indulge in your feeding, but on the other hand, curiosity compels me to document the process. See, normally the subjects of these trysts are often unaware. The victim projects whatever they want to see and fills in the narrative for themselves. You don't like that I used the word victim. But I don't see what I want to see. More accurately, I see a disembodied presence expectantly awaiting for me to say all the right things for their satisfaction. Forgive me. I'm not very good at letting my guard down. I can guess what you're looking for is something wholesome from me. Fine. I'll give you your little experience, provided you let me document the process and don't, suck out my soul or try to disengage my hologram or something. I'm not exactly an affectionate individual, after all. Let's see. What entities like you like to hear? Oh, you want to enjoy the spa with me? This is harder than I thought. It would be easier if you just told me what you want, but I doubt that's going to happen. All right. This way. I'd prefer a little more privacy for this. Here, you'll need a towel. Typically, these spas have steam rooms for deep cleaning. You're supposed to sweat off the dirt and grime, so it's easier for you to scrub it off. No, you're not actually naked. You don't really have privates to expose in the first place. One could argue you're less substantial than I am, but that would be splitting hairs. A holographic proxy having an inoffensive exchange with an existential abstraction. I'm sure one of us will burst into a steam cloud of irony at some point. Speaking of which, this is a steam room. Don't worry, the steam stops dispensing after the heat is at a certain point. Have a seat. Comfortable? Excellent. Let me adjust the settings. No. Don't worry about me. I'm just holograms in hard light, remember? Steam rooms are often a good place for meditation, to let the grime bead off you and eventually purge that thin coating of contaminants we carry everywhere. The first time I sat in one of these, I was with my father. I was terrified of the loud noise and the sudden hiss of the steam. He quietly reassured me that the calm that comes after was worth it. Much better. I must apologize. This experience has me considerably off balance. I'm often the kind of person that prefers a modicum of strategy before my exchanges. Improvisation is an underutilized skill of mine. I like being in control. It goes beyond just a mere thrill for me. It's an instinctual drive. The longer I am out of control, the less I enjoy it. Think of it like an absence of light. It's a resource you so rarely think about because it is always there. Sure, you can live without it for a little while, but the longer it isn't present, the more you long for it. And when you've come to terms that it's gone, discomfort starts to set in. And you realize how desperate you are for such a very basic thing to function. I need control because I spent a great deal of my life without it. Sure, I had a relatively pleasant life with my family when I was younger, but even then my schedule was carefully tailored to be all-encompassing. Decisions were not presented often in my life. It meant that if misfortune came my way, I had no agency to resist it. I have spent so much of my young life carried in one direction, moving inexorably without the opportunity to question that when I finally decided to make a change, I had to start over entirely. Not everyone gets that opportunity. Those truly ambitious lack the resources, while those with it in abundance lack vision. That's why I'm a facilitator. I may take agency away from some, but I give others the opportunity to prove themselves. Control over the world around me. It's a breath of fresh air, personally. I let it fill my lungs, and suddenly everything seems a bit clearer. I've never talked about myself like this. Perhaps you're making me be more open. It's something I've always told those close to me. Sometimes the best way to better understand yourself is to externalize your thoughts, translate it into spoken word. I suppose it's what you wanted all along, isn't it? Just a person to listen to. Wax rhetoric about nothing while listening to the pleasant hiss of the steam. All right, you weren't quite as dangerous as I assumed you would be, but you can't exactly blame me. Well, come on. Don't want you shriveling up. I have no idea about your endurance, so safer to err on the side of caution. Have you ever tried a deluge? A deluge is a shower head built into the ceiling. You just pull the chain and it rains down on you. The water pressure is a bit high, so it's more like a waterfall. Hot steam, cold rinse. Here, let's get all that grime off you, if that's what that is. You can try it, if you like. You want me to? I'm literally a hologram. You're not actually talking. I'm filling in the blanks and you're enjoying the scenario. I see. Well, I might as well humor you. Well, enough. I didn't actually get wet. The hologram just flickers through since I'm not actually here. Yes, I suppose I could have done without the spitting, but I wanted to embellish it for your benefit. Is it working? I didn't think so. There's something else I want to show you. It's not far from here. Come on. What do you think? I built this jacuzzi because there was one experience from my youth I was nostalgic for. What makes this hot tub unique is its dimensions. It's 15 feet deep, so you could submerge yourself completely. The floor is acrylic and transparent to let some lights in. Here, I could change it right now. See how it pulses? Almost reminiscent of northern lights, isn't it? Not bad, yes? Take a peek. Whoop. There, see? Not so bad. Sometimes we all need to loosen up a little bit. Oh, don't give me that look. You don't have any lungs, same as I. Relax. Something I used to do when I was a teen was spend a lot of time in the water. It was my favorite thing because I could hold my breath for a long period and let go for a while. The weight of my body would keep me at the bottom, and air bubble would pass along my face from time to time. The current would gently massage my whole body, and little by little, the universe would fade away. No machinery, no flow, just the settling of water. Stillness, but not silence. I hate silence. This is a different kind of serenity. The world isn't at peace when there is pure silence. That's just entropy. There's always a gentle rumble, baseline static that washes over us. And it's easier to attune this way. Easier to let go. For a short while, we aren't anyone at all. Expectation dissolves, which allows us to shut down and restart again. Not bad when you don't need to breathe, right? Go ahead. Swim up to the surface. I'll meet you there. Welcome back to the land of the living. Towel. almost feel a few pounds lighter, don't you? Come here. So, I hope you found this soothing. It was strange, but not unwelcome. I suppose by the way your aura is fluorescing, I've run out of time, so perhaps I may see you again someday. In the meantime, I'll be poring over all the data I've been collecting on you as we spoke. You didn't think that I had a true moment of connection there, did you? You might have also noticed I didn't tell you anything substantial, but it satisfied you all the same. So you see, my dear Trystode, maybe you don't know me after all.